Good evening, Yankees Nation. You are here with Ken on The Ugly Truth. We are here for today's Game 1 play-by-play of Twins versus the Yankees in the Bronx. Game time should start in about 5 minutes or so. We are going to run through some things, lineup and all, and carry us up to the actual play-by-play. Interesting news. Byron Buxton of the Minnesota Twins was reinstated from the IL, and he'll be available in tonight's game. So that's one of the few people that actually survived the trade deadline for the Twins. Coming up to bat for the Twins, leading off playing center field is Buxton. In left field is going to be Clemens hitting out of the 2-hole. Jeffers behind the dish hitting out of the 3-hole. Cashel DHing, hitting cleanup. Lamock in right field, hitting out of the 6-hole or 5-hole. Lee playing shortstop, hitting out of the 6-hole. Lewis playing third base, hitting out of the 7-hole. Julian playing first base, hitting out of the 8-hole. And Fitzgerald hitting ninth and at second. That's the lineup for the Twins today. For our New York Yankees, a little bit of a different look. We're going to have Grisham playing center field, hitting .245. Judge DHing, hitting in the 2-hole, hitting .337. Cody Bellinger will be in left field, hitting third, hitting .272. Giancarlo Stanton will be in right field once again, hitting .275. Ben Rice will be behind the dish, hitting .231. Jazz Chisholm will be at second base, hitting .237. Paul Goldschmidt will be in the 7-hole, playing first base, hitting .279. Brian McMahon will be at third, hitting eighth and .221. And Anthony Volpe will be the shortstop and bringing up the rear. On the bump today for us is going to be Will Warren. That is today's Yankees lineup. Welcome you, Fang, Nancy, and the others that may be in the background that haven't commented yet. John Browning, appreciate you being here. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Appreciate all of y'all being here today. And they're interviewing Aaron Boone at the moment. Been a lot of negative comments about Booney here lately. Folks wanting to see him fired. I think a lot of the issues that the team have are directly related to player performance. How are we feeling about today's game? Are we feeling optimistic, pessimistic? Are we thinking that good things are going to happen today? And we should have the first pitch coming here momentarily. That is indeed true, Nancy. Most people do feel optimistic at the beginning of the game, but it's been that one inning that's gotten to us a lot over the last couple of weeks. And I would like to see that turn around today. And it's definitely going to be a different lineup facing the Twins. Historically, the Yankees have been very hard on the Twins. Yufang, I don't think I truly have a favorite player on the Yankees. I like a lot of them. I like the team as an overall more so than anything. The Yankees have taken the field, and Will Ward has commenced his warm-ups. Looking at the lineup for the Twins, it is completely unrecognizable to me. They traded 11 players during the deadline, so most of the players that I knew are no longer here. There are just a few. Today's pitcher for the Twins is Zebby Matthews. Will Warren is hitting his 25th start of the season. He's 6-5 on the year. He has a 444 OPS with opponents hitting 246. Will Warren is a burgeoning prospect. He leads all rookies with 130 strikeouts. So he is normally, if we didn't have the injuries, he would still be in the minor leagues developing. But out of necessity, Warren's first inning is usually a rough one for him. And Warren sets and fires in the pitch, paints the outside corner for call. Strike one, count is 0-1. Game is underway. Buxton is hitting 282 on the season, 83 or 23 home runs, 89 RBIs. And Warren sets and fires, and the next pitch is down low. Count is evened at 1-1. Buzz. And Warren sets and fires, and the sinker catches the outside corner for strike one. And Warren sets, and the pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled off. Count is going to go 1-2. Hey, Real Bill. Warren sets, and the four-seamer rides inside. Count is now evened at 2-2. And Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper is swung on and tipped into the glove of Rice for the first out of the inning. For those of you just hopping in, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. Warren sets, and he paints the outside corner to Clemens for call. Strike one, count is 0-1. Clemens is hitting 223 on the season. Clemens is the young son of Roger Clemens, former Yankee. And the pitch is bounced to Volpe. Volpe circles it, fires it, and gets it across the diamond to Goldschmidt to record the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Brian Jeffers, the catcher. And the pitch is a sinker low and outside for ball one. Count is 1-0. Jeffers is hitting 271, 8 home runs, 40 RBIs, and a 768 OPS. And Warren sets, and the four-seamer paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Hey, Ronald, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Nice little sweeper. Count is now 1-2. And the pitch is swung on and tipped into the glove of Wells for strike three. So that is a 1-2-3 inning for Will Warren. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the first for the New York Yankees is Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger. For those of you just hopping in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button and share the channel out. And if you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. We do play-by-plays here almost every day, with the exception of Wednesdays. It is my league bowling night, so hence I go out and roll a few balls. I want to thank everybody for coming out and showing us some love and support by taking time out of your busy Monday morning to watch a little baseball. So thank you. Most appreciated. Hey, John, welcome to the stream. And you are definitely right on the Yogi quote. Usually, Warren has a tough first inning, but he breezed through the Twins, and looking forward to a good night from him. Hopefully, he gets us 18 to 21 outs. So I would love to see a long outing. Matthews is having his ninth start of the season. He's 3-3 with a 5.17 ERA. Opponents are hitting 279 against him. And the first pitch is in for a ball. Count is 1-0. Grisham's hitting 245 on the season, 21 home runs, 45 RBIs, and an 813 OPS. And the four-seamer is fouled off. Count is 1-1. And the pitch catches the outside corner of the plate. Count is 1-2. And Grisham takes time out. And the pitch is chopped foul. Count is going to remain 1-2. Matthews' strikeout pitch is a slider. Hey, John the Beagle Dad, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. For all of you just joining, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And, oh my gracious, Grisham gets punched out on a ball that is definitely low. Doug Eddings is a pitcher-friendly umpire. He has 28 seasons under his belt. And the first pitch is hammered foul by Aaron Judge. Count his own one. And Matthews sets and he fires and he paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 0-2 on the captain. Matthews sets. A Judge hits a line drive at the shortstop. That is the second out of the inning. Lee had to take about a half a step and made the play. It was right on the button. Cody Bellinger's up to bat. And Matthews sets, and the pitch is on the way. And Bellinger hammers the ball foul down the first baseline. Count is 0-1. And Matthews sets, and the four-seamer is up out of the strike zone. Count is even at 1-1. Matthews sets and fires, and this one is swung on and missed. 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is 1-2. Bellinger is one of the few major leaguers that actually has a two-strike approach. Let's see what he's got. I anticipate a slider down and in. And the pitch is a changeup down and away. Count is now evened at 2-2. And Matthews sets, and Bellinger reaches out and fouls the ball off. Count is going to remain 2-2. And Matthews sets and fires, and that ball is hit. And that one is going, and gone. And Cody Bellinger gives the Yankees a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. That is Cody's 21st home run of the season. It left his bat at 98.9 miles an hour and went 375 feet. Let's go Yankees. And the first pitch is a curveball to Stanton. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is a changeup inside. The count is 2-0 on Giancarlo. Matthews sets and fires, and the pitch is a cutter right down the heart of Broadway. Call strike one. Count is 2-1. And Stanton hits a line drive through the infield to left field, and that is going to be a single for Stanton. So the Yankees in the bottom of the first are leading 1-0 with a runner at first and 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice. Price is hitting 231 on the season, 16 home runs, 37 RBIs, and a 777 OPS. And Matthews sets, and the pitch is off the plate, but is called strike one. Count is 0-1. Matthews sets and fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. And Matthews sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is now 2-1. And Matthews sets and he fires, and the ball is hit for a single through the infield to right field. Buxton fields it, and Stanton is going to third, and he is going to make it standing up. So Buxton bobbles the ball a bit, and Stanton took off. So now we have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Jazz Chisholm is coming up to bat, and Buxton is charged with an error allowing Stanton to reach third. Jazz is hitting 237 on the season, 19 home runs, 51 RBIs, and a 786 OPS. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And it looks like the catcher is rearranging the infield. Matthews sets and fires, and Jazz swings over the top of it for strike 3. And that ends the bottom of the first for the Yankees, but not before we get a run on a solo shot home run by Cody Bellinger. Coming up to bat in the top of the second is Keishel, Larnick, and Lee. Hey, D-Train. Welcome to the stream. For those of you just hopping on, please hit the like button and share the channel out. And if you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. So how are we feeling about the start for today's game? And Warren sets. Heschel is up to bat, and he takes a call, strike one, upper outside corner. Count is and the pitch is a beautiful sinker that is called strike two. Count is 0-2. And the pitch, wow, is called ball one, but it definitely caught the outside corner. Count is 1-2. And Warren sets and fires right down the heart of Broadway for call strike three. Nice pitch sequence by Ward. I'm feeling a good night for the young lad. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is a nice sinker in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And Warren sets and fires, and the changeup dives out of the strike zone. Count is even at 1-1. Warren sets, and the sweeper is off the plate. Count is now 2-1. Ed Ward sets, and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is even at deuce. Larnick takes time out. Now he steps back in the box. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is chopped foul. Count is going to remain deuce. And Warren sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a curveball in the dirt. Count is now 3-2. Ed Warren sets, and he fires, and the pitch is chopped foul. Count is going to remain 3-2 as we head to the eighth pitch of the at bat. Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. That is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Lee. And Warren sets, and the sweeper catches the outside corner for call, strike one. Lee is hitting .246 on the season, 11 home runs, 44 RBIs, and a .658 OPS. And Warren sets, and the pitch catches the outside corner for call, strike two. Count is 0-2. They're talking about the trade deadline for the Twins. They traded 40% of their roster away. Warren sets and fires, and the curveball is just off the plate. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is thrown in there and catches the inside corner for strike three. Warren has 5 strikeouts already. Coming up to bat for the Yankees in the bottom of the second is Paul Goldschmidt, Ryan McMahon, and Anthony Volpe. And for those of you that are just hopping in, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. We have 22 viewers and 12 likes. Help us out. Show us a little support. Well, John, I think Rice probably will be catching a lot more. Wells has seemed lost at the plate since last August, and offense is right around 209 or so. So any way that we can get Rice, Stanton, and Judge in the lineup at the same time is a plus for us. And the first pitch to Goldie is ball one. Goldie's hitting 279 with 10 home runs, 40 RBIs, and a 761 OPS. And the pitch is on the way, and Goldie fouls it off. Count is 1-1. Matthews sets, and Goldschmidt swings on the pitch. Count is now 1-2. Matthews sets and fires, and Goldie hits a fly ball to center field. Buxton is tracking it and makes the play in deep center field for the first out. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. And the pitch into McMahon is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is a fastball. Catches the outside portion of the plate for call. Strike two. Count is 0-2. McMahon is hitting 221 on the season, 16 home runs, 41 RBIs, and a 709 OPS. And Matthews fires a slider down in the dirt. Count is now 1-2. Matthews sets and fires, and McMahon swings over the top of it for strike 3. That is Matthews' third strikeout of the game. Time to add some more runs, fellas. Coming up to bat is Anthony Volpe, hitting .217 on the season, 17 homers, 62 RBIs, and a 700 OPS. And the first pitch paints the inside corner for call, strike 1. Matthews sets and fires, and this time the pitch is inside. Count is now 1-1. For those of you out there, how is the audio sounding? Matthews sets, and the next pitch is down low. Count is now 2-1. We're in the bottom of the second. Yankees lead the Twins 1-0. There are 2 outs with no runners on. And Matthews sets, and Volpe shoots a line drive to right field for a base hit. Matthews is 37 pitches deep into the game, and coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. Grisham is 0 for 1 on the day with a questionable call, strike 3. And Matthews sets. And the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Matthews sets and fires, and this one is chopped to the second baseman. Fitzgerald flips it over to the first baseman for the third out of the inning. Coming up to bat in the top of the third is going to be Lewis, Julian, and Fitzgerald. And the number line so far is the Twins have no runs and no hits and 1 error. The Yankees have 1 run on 4 hits and no errors. And Warren is ready, stepping on the bump. Lewis is in the box, and the pitch is a sinker that's called, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Lewis is hitting .236, 5 home runs, 24 RBIs, and a 659 OPS. And Weaver sets, and the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Nice sweeper. Count is 0-2. Forward sets, it fires, and the sweeper is down in the dirt. Count is now 1-2. And Warren sets, fires, and the pitch is grounded right up the middle for the first hit for the Twins. And that is a leadoff single, first base runner for the Twins. Coming up to bat is Julian. Edward Julian is up to bat. He's hitting 196, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, and a 595 OPS. Forward sets, and the pitch is a sinker down low. Count is 1-0. And Warren sets and fires and paints the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is now even at 1-up. Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper catches the outside corner. Count is now 1-2. Warren steps off the rubber. Julian steps out of the box. Edward is back, and he sets, fires, and the pitch is weakly chopped to Jazz, who flips it to Goldie for the first out. Lewis advances to second, so they have a runner in scoring position. Coming up to bat is Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is hitting 286, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, and 1,000 OPS. He's got 4 games on this season. His first major league hit was yesterday, and it was a home run. And Warren sets, and the fastball is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Chat's awfully quiet. Come on, let's see some chatter down there, guys. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is just inside. Count is evened at 1-1. And he is sets, and the ball is chopped to Warren. He fires to first base for the second out of the inning, and Lewis moves to third on the play. And Buxton is up to bat. Warren sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Buxton struck out in his first plate appearance of the game. Forward sets, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2. That was a good play by Warren, Bill. Warren checks on the runner at third, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. That is Warren's 6th strikeout in 3 innings. Twins leave a runner at third base. Coming up to bat in our half of the inning is the captain, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, and Giancarlo Stanton. And for those of you that are here, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. Word is looking good. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your busy Monday to come to the channel and support it and watch a little bit of baseball. And for those of you just joining the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. We do play-by-plays here almost every day. If you subscribe, please hit the notification because you will see all the events coming up, and we have the game already set up for tomorrow night. So I will be calling the play-by-play at 7 o'clock. All rise. The judge is in the chambers, and he is heading to the batter's box. Judge is 0 for 1 on the day with a line out in the first. And Matthews sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Slider clipped the outside portion of the plate. Matthews sets and fires, and fastball right down the heart of Broadway. Count is now 0-2 on the captain. And Judge takes time out. Grabs his customary rock and flips it to the side, getting his head right to drive the ball. And Matthews sets and fires. The Judge swings over the top of it for strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and an out. Bellinger's up to bat, and the first pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And Matthews sets, and the pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Count is evened at 1-1. Bellinger is 1 for 1 on the day with a solo home run. And Matthews sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate, but called strike 2. Count is 1-2. Matthews fires a slider down low Count is evened at deuce. And the ball is hit sharply by Fitzgerald, flipped to the first baseman for the second out. Coming up to bat is Giancarlo Stanton. He is 1-1 on the day with a single in the first. Matthews sets and fires, and this one is driven deep to right center, and this one is going, and gone. And the Yankees take a 2-0 lead. And the first pitch into Rice is a curveball call, strike one. All right, how about now? And Jazz tries to drop a bunt down, but it is fouled off. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is swung on, tipped into the glove to Jeffers for the second strikeout of Chisholm. That is the third out of the inning, but not before the Yankees add a pair of solo shot home runs, one by Giancarlo Stanton and Ben Rice. Did you hear the home run call? Was my thing muted? Coming up to bat, no worries, Bill. Safe travels home. Coming up to bat in the top of the fourth is Clemens, Jeffers, and Keichel. And D Train says Lavazza coffee. Well, that's a damn shame. I had a beautiful home run call on that one. And for those of you that are here, if you could hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing, especially if you like play by plays. We call them damn near every night. And we have open panels on Tuesdays and Thursdays generally. Periodic pre-series reviews, and I will post videos asking the fans questions. We can get a little bit of conversation going on. Now, because several people said they didn't hear me, it wasn't your end. Warren is pitching a fantastic game thus far. He's thrown 42 pitches thus far and has 31 strikes. So the kid is not pitching from behind today and doing a good job. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. Cody Clemens is 0 for 1 with a ground out in the first. If you didn't know, Clemens is Roger Clemens' kid. Warren sets, and the sweeper stays outside. Count is now 2-0. And Warren sets and fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is 3-0. Settle down, kids. You got a bunch of good fielders behind you. Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is a gift by the umpire. It was off the plate, but called strike one. Count is now 3-1. And the pitch is hit, a pop up to shallow left field. Bellinger is camping under it, and he makes the play for the first out of the inning. Brian Jeffers is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in his first at bat. And Warren sets, and the pitch is swung on and called strike one. He did not check his swing. Count is 0-1. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is grounded to Volpe. Volpe fills it cleanly, fires across the diamond to Goldschmidt for the second out. And the pitch is swung on and hit to right field. Stanton is drifting, and he makes the play for the third out of the inning. That was a one pitch, one out. So Warren is going to be at 50 pitches, walking out of the fourth inning, looking real good. Coming up to bat for the Yankees in the bottom of the fourth is going to be Goldschmidt, McMahon, and Volpe. Yeah, Joe, I suspected that he was probably still hurt, even though it was a left shoulder. If either of your shoulders is hurt and you're trying to make throws, it's a tough row to hoe. Thank you all for taking time to watch a little bit of baseball with here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. Well, Jake, would you be more happy if the team was actually losing instead? The kid is on the bump. He's pitching very well tonight. Hey, Corky, welcome to the stream. For those of you that have just hopped on, if you could hit the like button and share the channel out. If you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. And the first pitch is a curveball in the dirt. Count is 1-0. Goldie is 0 for 1 on the night with a fly out in the second. And the next pitch is a four-seamer up high out of the strike zone. Count is now 2-0. Matthews sets and fires, and this one is swung on and missed. Fastball was on the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 2-1. And Matthews sets and fires, and Goldie swings through the four-seamer. Count is now evened at 2-2. On deck is Ryan McMahon. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is going to remain 2-2. Matthews sets, and the pitch is chop foul down the third baseline. Matthews at 63 pitches on the game. And like seeing the pitch count start to get elevated by the young lad. And the next pitch is a slider that is off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. Matthews sets and fires, and Goldie swings through and misses for strike 3. And that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in the second inning. If you do not know, Garrett Cole threw 20 pitches from the flat ground today. So that was the first time. And Matthews sets and fires, and the changeup is down low for ball 1. And the four-seamer is fired and catches the outside corner for call, strike 1. Count is 1-1. Matthews sets and he fires, and this one is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is just down low. Count is even at 2-2. And Matthews sets, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 2-2. And the pitch is a nice curveball that catches the bottom of the strike zone. For call, strike 3. Second out of the inning. You know, Jake, you have no chance at making it to the big dance. And the first pitch is inside for ball 1 if you don't even make the postseason. (2023), the Diamondbacks and the Rangers, and Volpe hits a scalding foul ball down the third base line. 2023, the Diamondbacks had 85 wins and were the 6th seeded card in the NL. The Rangers were the 5th seeded wild card, and they both made it to the series. And Volpe fouls the pitch off. Count is now 1-2. There are always possibilities as long as you make it to the dance. Matthews sets it. Volpe chops it to the shortstop, who bounce passes it to the first baseman for the third out. Coming up to bat for the Twins in the top of the 5th is Larnach, Lee, and Lewis. The Diamondback, my son is a huge Diamondbacks fan, and we watch almost every game for them. And for about 7 weeks, I didn't think there was any chance in hell that the Diamondbacks were going to qualify for the wild card. The last month of the season, they turned it on, turned the running game on, and the pitching was adequate. It wasn't great, but that's where we came up with the line that speed kills, because it did for Arizona. And as a matter of fact, Arizona faced up against the Dodgers in their first round appearance and knocked them out in 4 straight games. Or I think it was 3. Knocked them out in 3 straight. And they took 2 of them in LA. I mean, for the Yankees to make it to the big dance, they're going to have to play their hearts out. Warren is starting the top of the 5th with 50 pitches, 36 strikes, and 6 strikeouts so far. No walks. And Larnach is in the box. Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper catches the outside corner for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is grounded weakly to Jazz. Jazz flips it to Goldie for the first out of the inning. Lee is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in the second. And Warren sets and fires, and the 4-seamer is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Warren sets and he fires. And the second pitch is down low. Count is 2-0. And Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper stays off the plate. Count is now 3-0. And Warren sets, and the four seamer catches the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is now 3-1. And the pitch is swung on and hit the left field. Bellinger is camped out under it, and he puts it away for the second out. Coming up to bat is Royce Lewis. He is 1-for-1 on the day and has the Twins' only hit. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And Warren sets and fires, and that pitch is hammered foul. Count is 0-2. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is hit weakly to McMahon. McMahon fills it and fires it across the diamond to Goldie for the third out. That is a 1-2-3 inning. And Warren has retired 9 in a row, is at 60 pitches, 43 strikes. The pitch count is looking really good. We're definitely going to see him in the sixth, hopefully even in the seventh. Coming up to bat for the Yankees in the bottom of the fifth is Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger. And for those of you that have just joined, if you could hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. We appreciate your support, and I want to thank everybody for hopping in and listening to a little bit of baseball. Most appreciated. Time to add some more runs. And stepping up in the box is Trent Grisham. He's digging himself a hit in the back of the batter's box. Grisham is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a ground out. And Matthews sets and he fires, and the pitch is down low. Grisham shows bunt, and that is 1-0. And Matthews sets and fires, and Grisham chops it to Matthews, and he underhand flips it to Julian for the first out of the inning. All rise, the judges in the chambers. He is 0 for 2 on the day with a lineout and a strikeout. And the pitch is hammered down the third baseline foul. Count is 0-1. Hey, Willie, welcome to the stream. And the pitch is a slider swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. Come on, Captain. Matthews sets, and the pitch is a changeup inside. Count is 1-2. Matthews sets and fires, and Judge swings through the pitch for strike 3 and the second out of the inning. Hey, Willie. If you haven't, hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing, especially if you like hearing play-by-plays. If you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the notifications so that you find out when everything is coming up. The first pitch to Bellinger is low and away for ball 1. Bellinger is 1 for 2 on the day with a solo home run. And the next pitch paints the inside corner for strike 1. Count is evened out 1-1. Matthews sets, and he brings the pitch, and this one is grounded sharply to Julian. He's going to take it by himself, and that'll do it for the Yankees as they go down in order. Matthew has now retired 7 in a row. Coming up to bat in the top of the 5th for the Twins is going to be Julian, Fitzgerald, and Buxton. And the stat line reads for the Twins, no runs on 1 hit and an error. For the Yankees, we have 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Hey, 99, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. And if you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. If you like play-by-plays, this may be the place for you to be. Ball 99, the team is built how the team is built. If it has to hit home runs to score, well, then so be it. I'd rather see him hit a few home runs than get blanked. Willie, I think the Judge probably should have spent more time on the IL. I think we brought him back too early, and you're definitely seeing the results of it. An inordinate amount of strikeouts, especially high up and in. And Warren sets, and the pitch is driven to center field. Grisham is drifting back, and he is going to make the catch just short of the warning track for the first out, and that is a 1-pitch, 1-out at bat. And Warren sets, and the first pitch is a sweeper that catches the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 0-1. Fitzgerald is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out in the third inning. And Warren sets, and the pitch is lined sharply at Jazz. Feels it on a one hopper and throws it over to Goldschmidt for the second out. So that is 2 outs on 2 pitches. Joe, I don't give a damn how they score so long as they score. Hey, Stephen B., welcome. And the pitch from Warren is a sweeper that catches the heart of Broadway. Count is 1-0 or 0-1. Blech. And for all of you that are just hopping in, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And the pitch is driven to left field. And this one is God. So that is a home run by Buxton. The second hit for the Twins this evening. That is Buxton's 24th home run of the season. It left the bat at 103.1 miles an hour and went 396 feet. Hey, Jake, welcome to the stream. And Clemens is up to bat. Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is inside for ball 1. And the next pitch is a sinker off the plate. Count is 2-0. Clemens is 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a flyout. And Warren sets, and the pitch is a sinker down low. Count is 3-0. Warren sets and fires, and this one is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 1. Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper is called in there for strike 2. Count is now full, 3-2. Willie, I think he's been a little cautious after giving up that bomb to Buxton. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll do it for the Twins. The Twins get on the board with a solo shot home run by Byron Buxton. Yankees still lead 3-1. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the 6th is Giancarlo Stanton, Ben Rice, and Jazz Chisholm. Time to put a little bit more distance between us and the bad guys. Yeah, Jake, we definitely needed a strong start out of Warren. We're needing to see 18 to 21 outs from the starters, and Warren is looking in good shape to get us into 7, possibly out of it. And Stanton leads off, and the first pitch is a slider that catches the outside corner for strike one. Stanton is 2 for 2 on the night with a single and a solo home run. And the pitch is on the way, and Stanton foul tips it. Count is 0-2. Changeup ran in on Stanton. Matthews is 86 pitches deep in the game. And he sets and fires, and Stanton swings on the pitch and misses for strike three. And that's the first time they've sat down Stanton on the night. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice. And the first pitch to Rice is a fastball off the plate. Rice also has a single and a solo shot home run. He's 2 for 2 on the night. And the next pitch is a cutter that is off the plate but called strike one. Count is 1-1. Matthews sets, and the four-seamer is off the plate. Count is now 2-1. And Matthews sets and fires, and Rice fouls this one straight back. Count is evened at 2-2. Matthews sets and fires, and Rice hits a line drive to left field, but McClement is standing there waiting on it and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm. He is 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. Let's hope he can avoid the hat trick. Matthews sets, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Matthews sets, and the pitch is a changeup down in the dirt. Count is 2-0. And Matthews sets, and Jazz swings over the top of a cutter. Count is 2-1. That's awfully quiet. Here's some noise, fellas. And Matthews sets and paints the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike two. Count is evened at 2-2. Matthews sets, and Jazz just fouls it off. Count is going to remain 2-2. Yes, I did. And the pitch is inside. Count is now full on Jazz. 3-2. On deck is Paul Goldschmidt. And the pitch is a slider off the plate for ball four. As Jazz strips his gear off and heads to first base. And it looks like Rocco Baldelli is coming out and bringing Krisky in the game. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And at the trade deadline, The Twins traded almost every bullpen arm they had, so God knows who's coming out. As I mentioned before, the the Twins traded 40% of their active roster away at the deadline. Uh, and the first pitch is down, and Jazz is going to end up stealing second base. So we have a runner in scoring position. And the pitch was down, so that is ball one on Goldschmidt. Count is 1-0. Christie sets and fires, and Goldschmidt fouls it off. Count is evened at 1-1. And Christie sets, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-2. Goldie is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground out. And the splitter is down in the dirt. Count is evened at deuce. And Christie sets and fires. And the pitch is a splitter right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Yankees. Coming up to bat is Jeffers, Keuchel, and Larnick. That is going to be 3, 4, and 5 coming up. And I will be back in just a second. And Warren sets and fires. And the pitch catches the outside corner for call, strike one. Jeffers is 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a strikeout. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is a sweeper that catches the outside corner. Count is 0-2. Hey, Cruz, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here, brother. And Warren sets and he fires, and the sweeper is just off the plate. Count is 1-2. Warren is 74 pitches deep into the game. He has 53 strikes. And Warren sets and fires, and the sweeper is even farther off the plate. Count is now evened at 2-2. And the ball is grounded to Ryan McMahon. He fires to Goldie to record the first out of the inning. And Keuchel is up, and the first pitch is a sinker that catches the outside corner of the plate. Call, strike one. Agreed, Cruz. Definitely needed to get length out of Warren today, and he has done a fantastic job. And Warren sets and fires a sinker that catches the outside of the plate. Count is 0-2. Keuchel is 0 for 2 on the night. And Warren sets, and the pitch is on the way. And the ball is a high fly ball to center field. Grisham is drifting, and he makes a play for the second out. Coming up to bat is Larnach. Larnach is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground out. And Warren sets and fires, and the changeup is down low for ball one. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a sinker that catches the outside corner for call, strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. And Warren sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-2. Warren is 82 pitches deep in the game and could possibly see him out for the 8th inning if things go well. Hello, my little man. Come on up here. Warren sets and fires, and the changeup is just down low. All right, what do you got to say?
Let's go Yankees.
Say it louder.
Let's go Yankees.
All right.
Why don't you put on some music?
Not yet. All right, the count is 2-2. Warren sets and he fires, and the fastball is off the plate.
Boom.
Count is 3-2.
Papa, you coming in?
Not yet. Give me a kiss. All right, go inside. And Warren sets and fires, and this pitch is hammered to right field, and this one is going to be gone. Count is now 3-2 Yankees. That left Larnach's bat at 103.5 miles an hour and traveled 395 feet. And here comes Boone. Well, that was a great outing for Warren still. He got a 6 2/3. He gave up 3 hits, and 2 of them were home runs. And it looks like Luke Weaver will be coming in to replace Will Ward. Well, not the ending that we were looking for, but Weaver is pitching 2.76 ERA. And Weaver sets, and the first pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Lee is 0 for 2 on the night with a flyout and a strikeout. And Weaver sets and fires, and the pitch is just inside. Count is evened at 1-1. And Weaver sets and fires a changeup that is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Weaver sets and fires, and the changeup is a bit down. Count is 2-2. And Weaver sets and fires, and the pitch is a changeup that bounces in the dirt. Count is now full. And Weaver sets. And he fires, and the pitch is a high fly to center field. Grisham is drifting back, and he is camping, waiting for the fly. And he makes the play for the third out of the inning. It is 1 run on 1 hit. The Yankees lead 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon, Anthony Volpe, and Trent Grisham. And the United States Navy is in the house. Petty Officer Third Class Revel Root Johnson served in Vietnam. Thank you for your service. And for those of you just joining the stream, if you could hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. If you subscribe, hit the follow so that you can see when all our content is coming out. We do play-by-plays almost every day. We have open panels on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we have periodic videos that are dropped. Fans to answer. A lot of activity on the channel and would appreciate any support that y'all can provide. You guys are the best co-hosts that I could possibly have. Everyone's invested in baseball and generally we have a very good time here. So thank you for the support. Chat's awfully quiet. Let's get a bit of chatter in there and support the team. Krisky remains in, and the first pitch to McMahon is down low for ball 1. McMahon is 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. And the pitch for Matthews is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Christie sets and he fires, and the pitch is way out of the strike zone. Count is now 2-1. Definitely time to add some runs. Christie sets, and this one is hammered foul down the first base line. Count is evened at deuce. Christie sets and he fires, and the pitch is a splitter off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. Christie sets and fires, and McMahon hammers this one down right field. This one is going to bounce all the way off the wall as McMahon motors into second with a leadoff stand-up double. Who would I want as a new manager? Well, I would not mind seeing Carlos Beltran come in and take the helm. Don't know how well he would be received because of the Astros scandal. He was definitely part of it. But Beltran is a solid hitter, fundamental baseball player, been that way his entire career. And the pitch is down in the dirt for ball one. Count is 1-0. Volpe is one, and the pitch is thrown all the way to the backstop. So McMahon is going to walk to third base. So the count is now 2-0. Sort of like a Bull Durham pitch. Hit the mascot. And Krisky sets, and the pitch is a splitter down low. Count is now 3-0. On deck is Trent Grisham. Krisky sets and fires, and the splitter catches the inside corner. Count is 3-1. Looks like Ramirez is warming up in the bullpen for the Twins. Productive out if you make one. And the pitch is a splitter inside for ball four as Volpe strips his gear off and heads to first base. So the Yankees are going to have runners at first and third with nobody out. Trent Grisham coming up to bat. And for those of you just hopping in the stream, if you could hit the like button and share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. Grisham is 0 for 3 on the night, 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And it looks like the infield is playing in. Krisky sets, and the pit is a line drive to right field. McMahon is going to score, and Volpe is going to be at third. So that is a RBI single by Trent Grisham, and the Yankees get the run back. Score is now 4-2, and it was not off of a home run. Hi, King Poo. I searched for the sound effects, downloaded them off of various non-copyrighted sites. And coming up to bat is the captain, Aaron Judge. All rise. He is 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts. And the first pitch is a cutter outside and low for ball one. Krisky sets and fires, and this one is grounded through the infield for a single, and Volpe is going to score. Moving to second is Grisham, and that is an RBI single. And coming up to bat is going to be Cody Bellinger. It looks like Rocco Baldelli is coming out to the mound and is going to pull the chains on his reliever. So that is Aaron Judge's 87th ribby of the season.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more.
And for those of you just popping in the stream, if you could hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Make sure you hit the like button so that you hit notification or the notifications button so you know when we are online and the events that we have from our videos that get dropped, our open panels, and the play-by-plays, which are done almost every day with the exception of Wednesdays, because I am a league bowler and that is my bowling night. Immediately following the game, I suggest going over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe for the post game. Masmo Ramirez is coming in to pitch. He has a 4.9 ERA. And the first pitch to Bellinger is a sinker off the plate for ball one. Bellinger is 1 for 3 on the night with a solo shot home run in the first inning. Hey, Snowman. And the pitch is off the plate, but it is called strike one. Ramirez sets and fires, and Bellinger fouls this one off. Count is 1-2. All right, Cody, it's time to advance some runners. On deck is Giancarlo Stanton. Yankees have runners at first and second with no outs, and Bellinger swings through and misses for strike 3, and the first out of the inning, non-productive out for Cody. And Stanton is up to bat. He's 2 for 3 on the night with a, and the pitch is on the way for ball one outside. Stanton is 2 for 3 on the night with a solo home run and a single. And the pitch is a fly ball pop up to Fitzgerald, and he makes the play on the edge of the grass for the second out of the inning. Hey, Penniman. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice. He's 2 for 3 on the night with a single and a solo shot home run. And Ramirez sets, and he brings the first pitch, and it is a sinker that is off the plate but called strike one. Count is 0-1. And Ramirez sets, and he fires, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is even at 1-1. And Ramirez sets, and the cutter is up high out of the strike zone. Count is 2-1. Jazz Chisholm is on deck. Ramirez sets, and the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike two. Count is evened at 2-2. Ramirez sets and fires, and Rice fouls this one straight back. Count is going to remain 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a changeup off the plate. Count is going to roll 3-2. Looks like Mark Leiter Jr. is warming up in the bullpen. Ramirez sets, and he fires, and this one is swung on and missed. So Ramirez comes in and does the job. He retires 3 straight, but not before the Yankees add 2 more runs to bring the score to 5-2. As we head to the top of the 8th, Royce Lewis, Julian, and Fitzgerald will be coming up to bat. And the stat line for tonight, the Twins have 2 runs on 3 hits and an error. Both of their runs were scored on solo shot home runs. The Yankees have 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors. I want to thank everybody here for spending a little bit of time on Yankees The Ugly Truth, catching some of this play-by-play. Appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, Robbie, we're actually ahead. And if you all have not subscribed, please consider becoming a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family. And if you choose to subscribe, don't forget to hit the notifications so you know every time that we are online. So how are we feeling about the game tonight? We scored some runs on the long ball. We scored some runs off of hits. Robbie, I do play-by-play live streams. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have a live open panel. Periodically, I throw pre-series reviews out there. That's open, also live in an open panel. And I post videos with questions that I have. And it looks like Jose Caballero is coming in to take over for Stanton in right field. And Weaver is back on the mound. And the first pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Well, I appreciate that, Robbie. And Warren sets, and the next pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2. And Weaver sets and fires, and that pitch is hammered foul down the third base line. Count is 0-2. Weaver sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed by Lewis. And he is down on strikes. And it looks like Bednar is up, warming up in the bullpen. And Weaver sets and fires, and the changeup is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Julian is 0-2 on the night. And Weaver sets and fires, and the four-seamer is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. And Weaver sets, pitches on the way, and he pants. Oh my God. He painted the outside corner, but the umpire did not call it a strike. So the count is now 2-1. And this guy's supposed to be a pitcher friendly umpire. And the pitch is a changeup swung on and missed. And Weaver sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is grounded to Jazz. Jazz fields it cleanly and flips it to Goldie for the second out of the inning. And Weaver is at 15 pitches, 10 strikes. A pinch hitter for Fitzgerald is Austin Martin. He's hitting .267 on the season, 1 home run, 1 RBI, and a .746 OPS. And Weaver sets and fires and catches the outside corner with a four-seamer. For call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And Weaver sets and fires, and the pitch is just down low. Count is evened at 1-1. Ed Weaver sets and fires, and this pitch is hammered foul. Going to make the stands in a souvenir for a happy fan out there. Count is now 1-2. Ed Weaver sets and he fires, and the pitch is just off the plate. That was a 96 mile an hour fastball. And Weaver sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is just up high. The count is now 3-2. On deck is Byron Buxton. Weaver sets and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that is going to do it for the Twins. Jazz Chisholm, Paul Goldschmidt, and Ryan McMahon will be coming up in the bottom of the 8th. I agree, D-Train. When he's on, he's lights out. And unless we pile some more runs on this inning, looks like Bednar will be coming out to save the game. We had Mark Leiter Jr. warming up earlier. And it looks like Martin is going to stay in and hold the reins at second base. Jazz Chisholm is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts, a base on balls, and a stolen base. Well, right now, Sean, or D-Train, Weaver was on for a 1-year, $2.5 million contract. That's very, very cheap. With the trade acquisitions, I'm not sure that we're going to sign him. Williams is definitely not coming back. And Ramirez is going to stay out. And the first pitch, that one is going, and gone. And Jazz jacks one into the right field stands. So the Yankees now lead 6-2. That left the bat at 110.7 miles an hour and went 375 feet. And Goldie is up to bat, and he swings and foul tips the ball into the glove of the catcher. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is a high fly ball by Goldschmidt to deep left field, but Clemens is sitting there waiting on it for the first out of the inning. And the first pitch to McMahon is off the plate for 1-0. Looks like De Los Santo and Bednar are warming up. And McMahon hits that one straight up at the shortstop. And he flips it over to first base to record the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Anthony Volpe. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a single, a walk, and a run scored. And Ramirez sets and fires, and the pitch catches the inside corner for call, strike 1. And Ramirez sets and catches the bottom of the plate with a nice sinker. Count is now 0-2. And Ramirez sets, and the curveball is off the plate and in the dirt. Count is 1-2. Ramirez sets and fires, and the 1-2 bounces away. Count is now evened at 2-2. Yeah, Robbie, we added one with a Jazz Chisholm solo shot home run. And the pitch is chopped to Julian. He's going to handle it himself for the third out. But not before the Yankees add a Jazz Chisholm solo shot home run. Yankees now lead 6-2. And I'm not sure who they're bringing in the game. They had De Los Santos, Bednar, and Leiter Jr. all warming up in the pen. Not a save situation, so I don't think that I would bring Bednar in. I hate seeing our players go into the home run derby. Every time we do, they end up going into a slump. And for those of you just hopping in, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notifications, and that way you'll be informed every time we're online. I want to thank everyone for being here. I appreciate the support that y'all have provided. Watching a little bit of baseball tonight. You guys are the best co-hosts that I could possibly have. You make the streams possible, and like I said, I want to thank y'all for being here. After the game is over with, if you hop over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe, you'll have a pretty good post-game show. And tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock, Judge ended up having a couple of hits. Not bad. A couple of strikeouts, too. And it looks like Bednar is coming out. He has a 2.45 ERA. Opponents are hitting .224 against him. And Byron Buxton is stepping up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 on the night with a solo shot home run. And the first pitch is a curveball that catches the top of the strike zone for call, strike one. Guess not, Robbie. Bednar sets and fires, and the splitter catches the inside corner of the plate for call, strike two. And Bednar sets. Oh, wow. Looked like that one caught the bottom of the strike zone, but it wasn't called a strike. The count goes to 1-2. And Bednar sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. One down, 2 to go. Coming up to bat is Clemens. He is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. Cody Clemens is Roger Clemens' son. And the first pitch is a four-seam fastball in there, swung on for strike one. And Bednar sets, and the four-seamer drifts off the plate. Count is evened out 1-1. And baseball sets, and the ball is grounded to Goldie. Goldie flips it to Bednar to record the second out of the inning. 1 out left. Ryan Jeffers, the catcher, is coming up to bat. Jeffers is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. Bednar sets, and he fires, and the changeup is in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And Bednar sets, and he fires, and the curveball is in there for strike two. Count is 0-2. Twins are down to their last strike. Bednar sets and fires, and the splitter is down in the dirt. Count is 1-2. Bednar sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off to the right side. Count is going to remain 1-2. And Bednar sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike three. And the Yankees win 6-2. Good way to start the series out. We will be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock for game 2 of this series. I want to thank everybody for being here this evening to listen to a little bit of baseball. Appreciate y'all being here. And the night was highlighted with a great outing by Will Warren. He went 6 2/3 innings, had 7 strikeouts, no walks, gave up 2 earned runs. Following me shutting this down, please head over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe to catch the post-game review. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing and hitting the notifications. I will end on my usual note. Let's go Yankees. We'll see you in the funny papers. Have a great night, guys.